I'm very impressed. Now are you beginning to live like a Frenchman?
That was quite a going over. Your man gave my place this afternoon. We barely got cleaned up in time to reopen.
I told Major Strasser he wouldn't find the letters here. But I told my men to be especially destructive. You know how that impresses Germans. Greg, have you got those letters of France?
Louis, are you pro-Vichy or pre-French?
Serves me right for asking a direct question. The subject is closed.
Looks like you're a little late.
Huh?
Looks like Yvonne's gone over to the enemy.
Who knows? In her own way, she may constitute an entire second France. I think it's time for me to start the Strasser a little. I'll see you later, all right?
Sasha?
Schnaps.
Would there be all rules on Sasha starting here and ending here?
We will begin with 2. Friendly with the Bosch again, Yvonne?
What was that?
What's that man have, Yvonne? Schnaps. Bosch.
What did you say?
What I said was none of your business.
I will make it my business.
Hey! I don't like disturbances in my place. Either lay off the politics or get out.
So, Captain, situation is not under as control as you would believe.
My dear Major, we are trying to cooperate with your government, but we cannot regulate the feelings of our people.
Are you entirely certain which side you are on, Captain?
I have no conviction, if that's what you mean. I blow with the wind, and the prevailing winds happen to be from Vichy.
And if that should change?
Charlie's right does not admit that possibility.
We are concerned about more than Casablanca. We know that every French province in Africa is honeycombed of traitors, waiting, perhaps, for a leader.
A leader, like Laszlo?
I have been thinking, it is too dangerous if we let him go. Perhaps it is too dangerous if we let him stay.
I can see what you mean. Ah, how's Lady Luck treating you?
Not very well.
Too bad. You'll find him over there.
Yes?
Can I speak to you for just a moment, please?
How did you get in here? You're underage.
I came with Captain Renault.
Oh, I should have known.
My husband is with me too.
Oh, he is? Well, Captain Renault's getting very broad-minded. All right, you sit down. Have a drink?
No, thank you.
You don't mind if I do?
No. Monsieur Rick, what kind of a man is Captain Renault?
Well, he's like any other man, only more so.
I mean, is he trustworthy? Is his word?
Stop. Who told you to ask me that?
He did. Captain Renault did.
Where's your husband?
At the roulette table, trying to win enough for exit visas. But of course he's losing.
How long have you been married?
8 weeks. We came from Bulgaria. Oh, things are very bad there, monsieur. The devil has people by the throat, so Jan and I, we do not want our children to grow up in such a country.
So you decided to go to America?
Yes, but we have not much money, and traveling is so expensive and difficult. It was much more than we thought to get here. And then Captain Renault sees us, and he's so kind. He wants to help us.
Oh, yeah, I'll bet.
He tells me he can give us exit visas, but we have no money.
Does Captain Renault know that?
Oh, yes.
And he's still willing to give you an exit visa?
Yes, monsieur.
So you want to know?
Will he keep his word?
He always has.
she did a bad thing to make certain of it. You would forgive her.
No one's ever loved me that much.
And he never knew. And this girl kept this bad thing locked in her heart. That would be all right, wouldn't it?
You want my
Oh,
advice?
yes, please.
Go back to Bulgaria.
But if you knew what it meant to us to get to America. But Jan, if he should find out, he's such a boy. In many ways, I'm so much older than he is.
Yes. Well, there are many follies in Casablanca. Yours is just another one. Maybe it'll work out for you. You'll excuse me.
Thank you, monsieur.
Good evening.
Good evening. You see, here we are again.
Yes, well, I take that as a great compliment. Sam, I guess he means to you Paris and happier times.
He does. Could we have a table close to him?
And one as far away from each stressor as possible.
The geography may be a bit difficult to arrange. I'll have Sam play as time goes by. I believe that's your favorite tune. Excuse me, Louis. If you'd come with me. Sasha, the room. Ah, monsieur, how is Lady Luck treating you this evening? Sasha, would you place that man's bet on number 22?
Round and round she goes. Where she stops, only Rick knows. Number 22!
Monsieur, let that number ride, Sasha, once again.
Here we go again. Round and round she goes. Where she stops, only Rick's creditor knows. Number 22!
Monsieur, would you please cash in and don't come back?
Oh, Mr. Rick,
He's just a lucky guy.
Thank you very much, monsieur. Ah, Captain Renault, may I?
Oh, not yet, please. Come to my office in the morning. We'll do everything businesslike.
We'll be there at 6.
I'll be there at 10. I'm very happy for you both. Still, it's very strange that you won. Well, perhaps not so strange. I'll see you both in the morning.
thank you so much, Captain Renault.
That was a beautiful thing you just did, boss.
As I suspected, you're a frank sentimentalist.
Yeah, what up?
Why do you interfere with my little romance?
I'll put it down as a gesture to love.
Well, I forgive you this time, but I'll be in tomorrow night with a breathtaking blonde. It will make me very happy if she loses.
Someday, when I'm awfully low, when the world is cold, I will feel a glow just thinking of you. Just
You must know it's important that I get out of Casablanca. I have the privilege of being one of the leaders of the great movement. You know what I have done. You know what it means to the work, to the lives of thousands and thousands of people, that I be free to reach America and continue my work.
I'm not interested in politics. The problems of the world are not my concern. I'm just a saloon keeper.
My friends in the underground tell me that you've quite a record. You ran guns to Ethiopia. You fought against the fascists in Spain.
Yeah, well, what of it?
Isn't it strange how you always seem to be fighting on the side of the underdogs?
Well, it proved to be a very expensive hobby. But then again, I'm not much of a businessman.
Are you enough of a businessman to appreciate an offer of 100,000 francs?
Well, I appreciate it, but I don't accept it.
I'll raise the offer to 200,000 francs.
My friend, you could make it 1,000,000 francs or 3. My answer would still be the same.
Well, there must be some reason why you won't let me have them.
There is. I suggest you ask your wife.
I beg your pardon.
I said, ask your wife.
My wife.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Deutschland, Deutschland, über alles, über alles in der Welt. Wenn ich stets zu Schutz und Truß, brüderlich zusammenhalt,
See what I mean? If Laszlo's presence in a cafe can bring about such an unfortunate demonstration, what more will his presence in Casablanca bring? I advise this place be shut down.
But everybody's having such a good time.
Yes, much too good a time. This place is to be closed.
But I have no excuse to close it.
Find one.
Everybody is to leave here immediately. This cafe is closed until further notice. Leave the room at once.
Louis, how can you close me up? On what grounds?
I'm shocked. Shocked to find that gambling is going on here.
Your winnings, sir.
Thank you so much. Everyone now, at once.
After this disturbance, it is no longer safe for him to stay, Casablanca, mademoiselle.
But this morning Mom thought it was not safe for him to leave Casablanca.
But that is also true, except for one destination, to return to occupied France,
Occupied France?
under a safe conduct from me.
What value is that? You may recall what German guarantees have been worth in the past.
There are only 2 other alternatives for him, mademoiselle.
What are they?
Well, there may be a reason the French authorities will place him in a concentration camp.
And the other alternative?
My dear mademoiselle, perhaps you've already observed that in Casablanca, human life is cheap. Good evening, mademoiselle.
What about the ring?
We'll discuss it later.
Victor, please don't go to the underground meeting tonight.
I must. Besides, it isn't often that a man has the chance to display heroics before his wife.
Don't joke. After Strasser's morning tonight, I am frightened.
To tell the truth, I'm frightened too. Shall I go back to our hotel room and hide, or shall I carry on the best I can?
Whatever I say, you carry on. Victor, why don't you tell me about Rick? What did you find out?
Apparently he has the letters,
Yes?
but no intention of selling them. One would think if sentiment wouldn't persuade him, then money would.
Did he give any reason?
He suggested I ask you.
Ask me?
Yes, he said, ask your wife. I don't know why he said that. Ilsa,
Yes.
when I was in the concentration camp, were you lonely in Paris?
Yes, Victor. I was.
I know how it is to be lonely. Is there anything you wish to tell me?
No, Victor. There isn't.
I love you very much, my dear.
Yes. Yes, I know. Victor, whatever I do, will you believe that I...
You don't even have to say it. I'll believe. Good night.
Good night. Victor,
Yes, dear.
be careful.
Of course. I'll be careful.
Well, you're in pretty good shape, Harry.
How long can I afford to stay closed?
2 weeks, maybe 3.
Well, maybe we won't have to. A bribe has always worked before. Until then, everyone stays on salary.
Thank you, Herr Rick. Sasha will be so pleased. I owe him money.
Well, Carl, you can finish locking up.
I will. And then I'm going to the meeting.
Don't tell me where you're going.
I won't.
Good night, Carl.
Good night, Harry.
How did you get in?
The stairs from the street.
I said this morning you'd be back, but this is a little ahead of schedule. Won't you sit down?
Rick, I had to
Oh, so it's Rick again. We're back in Paris.
Please.
Your unexpected visit isn't connected by any chance with the letters of transit. It seems as long as I've got those letters, I'll never be lonely.
You can ask any price you want, but you must give me those letters.
I've already discussed this with your husband. It's no deal.
Well, I know how you feel about me, but I'm asking you to put your feelings aside for something more important.
Have to hear again what a great man your husband is? What an important cause he's fighting for?
It was your cause, too. In your own way, you were fighting for the same thing.
Well, I'm not fighting for anything anymore except myself. I'm the only cause I'm interested in.
Rick, we loved each other once. If those days meant anything at all to you.
I wouldn't bring up Paris if I were you. That's very poor salesmanship.
Please, please listen to me. If you only knew what happened. If you only knew the truth.
I wouldn't believe you no matter what you said. You'd say anything to get what you want.
You want to feel sorry for yourself, don't you? With so much at stake, all you can think of is your own feelings. One woman has hurt you, and you take your revenge on the rest of the world. And you're a coward and a weakling. Oh. No, Richard. Richard, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but you are our last hope. If you don't help us, Victor Laszlo will die in Casablanca.
Well, what of it? I'm going to die in Casablanca. It's a good spot for it. Now, if you don't mind, I was just going to have a little nightcap. make it easier for you. Go ahead, shoot. You'll be doing me a favor.
Jorge! I tried to stay away. I thought I'd never see you again. That you were out of my life. The day you left Paris, if you knew what I went through, if you knew how much I loved you, how much I still love you.
All right. Now tell me about you and Victor.
It wasn't long after we were married that Victor went back to Czechoslovakia. They needed him in Prague, but there the Gestapo were waiting for him. Just a two-line item in the newspaper. Victor Laszlo apprehended, sent to concentration camp. I was frantic. For months I tried to get word, and then it came. He was dead, shot, trying to escape. I was lonely. I had nothing, not even hope. And then I met you.
Why weren't you honest with me? Why did you keep your marriage a secret?
It wasn't my secret, Rick. Victor wanted it that way. Not even our closest friends knew about our marriage. If the Gestapo were to find out that I was his wife, it would be dangerous for me and for those working with us.
When did you find out he was alive?
Just before you and I were to leave Paris together. A friend came to tell me that Victor was alive. They were hiding in a freight car on the outskirts of Paris. He was sick. He needed me. I wanted to tell you, but I didn't dare. I knew you wouldn't have left Paris, and the Gestapo would have caught you. So well, you know the rest.
But it's a story without an ending. What about now?
Now, I don't know. I don't know that I'll ever have the strength to leave you again.
And Laszlo?
Oh, you'll help him, Rick, won't you? You'll see that he gets out. And then he'll have his work. All that he's living for.
All except one thing. He won't have you.
I can't fight it anymore. I ran away from you once. I can't do it again. I don't know what's right any longer. You'll have to think for the both of us.
All right. All right, I will. Here's looking at you, kid.
I wish I didn't love you so much.
Hurry! Hurry this way! Mr. Laszlo, hurry this way!
Quick, that's Carl. Victor, quick, hide the house, quick!
I think we lost them.
Yes, but they caught some of the others.
Come inside, come. I will help you. I will get you some water.
Thank you.
Carl, what happened?
The police, they break up our meeting here, Rick. We escaped at the last minute.
Carl, come here.
Yes, I come.
The light in the rear entrance was left on. It might attract the police.
Sasha always puts out the lights.
Tonight he forgot.
Yes, I will do it, Herrick.
Carl, take Miss Lund home.
Yes, Herrick.
Thank you. It's just a cut. We have to get through a window.
Well, this might come in handy.
Thank you.
Close one, huh?
Yes, rather.
And is it worth all of this? You know, what you're fighting for?
We might as well question why we breathe. If we stop breathing, we'll die. If we start fighting our enemies, then the world will die.
Well, what of it? Then it'll be out of its misery.
Do you know how you sound, Monsieur Plain? Like a man who is trying to convince himself of something that he does not truly believe in his heart. Each of us has a destiny, for good or for evil.
Yes, I get the point.
I wonder if you do. I wonder if you know that you are trying to hide from yourself and that you'll never succeed.
You seem to know a lot about my destiny.
I know a good deal more about you than you suspect. I know, for instance, that you're in love with a woman. It is perhaps a strange circumstance that we should both love the same woman. The first evening I came to this cafe, I knew there was something between you and Ilsa. But since no one is to blame, I demand no explanation. I ask only one thing. You won't give me the letters of transit? All right. But I want my wife to be safe. I ask as a favor for you to use the letters to take her away from Casablanca.
You love her that much?
Apparently, you think of me only as the leader of the cause. Well, I'm also a human being. Yes, I love her that much.
Monsieur Laszlo,
Yes.
you will come with us. They may warrant for your arrest.
On what charge?
We'll discuss that with you later. Take him away.
Seems that destiny has taken a hand. Come off it, Louis. You have no proof and you know it. This isn't Germany or occupied France. The best you can do is find him a few thousand francs and put him in jail for 30 days. You might as well let him go.
Frank, I'd advise you not to be interested in what happens to Laszlo. If by any chance you want to help him to escape,
What makes you think I want to help Victor Laszlo escape?
because you bet 10,000 francs he'd escape. 2, you've got the letters of transit, but don't bother to deny it. And, well, you might do it simply because you don't like Major Strasser's looks. As a matter of fact, I don't like so much either myself.
Well, they're all excellent reasons.
Don't count too much on my friendship with him. This matter, I'm powerless. Besides, I might lose the 10,000 francs.
You're not very subtle, but you're effective. Yes, I get the point. Louis, I've got the letters of transit, but I intend on using them myself. I'm leaving Casablanca a little sooner than I thought. Tomorrow night on the last plane.
What?
And I'm taking a friend with me, one you'll appreciate.
What friend?
Ilsa Lund. So that should put your mind to rest about me wanting to help Victor Laszlo escape. He's the last man I want to see in America.
You didn't have to tell me this. You have the letters of transit. You can fill in your name and hers and leave whenever you please. Why are you still interested in what happens to Laszlo?
I'm not. But I am interested in what happens with Ilsa and me. We have the legal right to leave Casablanca, that's true. But people have been held in Casablanca in spite of their legal rights.
What makes you think we want to hold you?
Ilsa is Laszlo's wife. She knows things that Strasser would just love to know. Louis, I'll make a deal with you. Instead of this petty charge you have against him, how about getting something really big? Something that would chuck him into a concentration camp for years and be a real feather in your cap.
Germany will be very grateful.
Then release him. Come here tomorrow night, about a half an hour before the plane leaves. I'll arrange for Laszlo to come here to pick up the letters of transit. That would give you the criminal grounds on which to make an arrest. You get him and we get away. The last would be just a minor annoyance to the Nazis.
There's still something about this business I don't quite understand. Miss Lund, she's very beautiful, yes, but you are never interested in any woman.
She isn't just any woman.
I see. How do I know you'll keep your end of the bargain?
I'll make the arrangements right now with Laszlo in the visitor's pen.
Frank, I'm going to miss you. Apparently you're the only one in Casablanca who has even less scruples than I.
Thanks, Louis. Oh, by the way, tie up your watchdogs. I don't want them around tomorrow afternoon. I'm taking no chances, Louis, not even with you. Hello, Ferrari. This is Rick. goodbye at the Cafe American. No, I'm serious. No, there's some things we have to agree to first. Now, Sam gets 25% of the profits. That still goes, or it's no deal. Same goes with Sasha and Carl. They stay with the place, or it's no deal. All right, we'll meet tomorrow morning. Thank you, Ferrari. Same to you, Ferrari. You're late.
I was informed just as Laszlo was about to leave this hotel, so I knew I'd be on time.
I thought I told you to tie up your watchdog.
Oh, he won't be followed here. You know, Rick, this place will never seem the same without you.
Oh, don't worry. I've already spoken to Ferrari. You'll still win at roulette.
Is that racing ready?
I've got them right here.
Tell me, when we searched the place, where was they?
Sam's piano.
Serves me right for not being musical.
Rick, Victor thinks I'm leaving with him. Haven't you told him?
No, not yet.
But everything's all right.
No, everything is all right. Now, we'll tell him at the airport. The less time to think about it, the better. Now, you've got to trust me.
Yes, I will.
Monsieur Blaine, I don't know how to thank you.
No, never mind. We've still got lots to do.
I have the money for you.
No, keep it. You'll need that in America.
But you made the deal.
No, save it. Now, you're not going to have any problems in Lisbon.
No, that's all arranged.
All right. Now, all you have to do is fill in the signatures.
Victor Laszlo. Victor Laszlo, you're under arrest on a charge of accessory to the murder of the couriers from whom these visas were stolen. Oh, you're surprised about my friend Rick. The answer is quite simple. Love, it seems, has triumphed over virtue. Thank you, Rick, for...
Not so fast, Louis. No one's going to be arrested. Not yet, anyway.
Have you taken leave of your senses?
I have.
Put that gun down.
Louis, you take one more step and I'll shoot.
Well, under the circumstances, I will sit down.
Keep your hands where I can see them.
I suppose you know what you're doing, but I wonder if you realize what this means.
I do, but there's plenty of time to discuss that later on.
Call off your watchdogs, you said.
All the same, Louis, I want you to call the airport, and I want to hear you tell them. And remember, this gun is pointed right at your heart.
That is my least vulnerable spot. Hello, is that the airport? This is Captain Renault speaking. I'm calling from the Cafe American. That we look 2 letters of transit for the Lisbon plane. There's been no trouble about them. Good.
Laszlo, this would be a good time to take your luggage across the street to the airport. Now, Louis, if you don't mind, you would fill in the names. It'd make it more official.
You sing of everything, don't you?
And the names are Mr. and Mrs. Victor Laszlo.
But why my name, Rick?
Because you're getting on that plane.
I don't understand. What about you?
I'm staying here with him until the plane gets safely away.
No, Rick, what has happened to you? Last night you...
Last night we said a great many things. You said I was to do the thinking for the both of us. Well, I've done a lot since then. It all adds up to one thing. You're getting on that plane with Victor where you belong.
But no, Rick, I...
Now, listen to me. Do you know what you have to look forward to if you stay here? We both end up in a concentration camp. Isn't that right, Louis?
I'm afraid Mrs. Strasser would insist.
You're saying this only to make me go.
I'm saying it because it's true. Inside of us, we both know you belong with Victor. You're part of his work. You're the thing that keeps him going. If that plane leaves the ground and you're not with him, you'll regret it.
No.
No, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon and for the rest of your life.
But what about us?
We'll always have Paris. We lost it until you came back to Casablanca. We got it back last night.
And I said I'd never leave you.
And you never will. But I've got a job to do. And where I'm going, you can't follow. What I've got to do, you can't be any part of. Ilsa, I'm no good at being noble. But it doesn't take much to see that the problems of three little people don't amount to a hill of beans in this crazy world. Someday you'll understand that. Here's looking at you, kid.
Everything is all arranged.
All except one thing. There's something you should know before you leave.
Please, Monsieur Blaine. I demand no explanation.
Well, I'm going to tell you anyway, because it may make a difference to you later on. Now, last night you said you knew about Ilsa and me.
Yes.
What you don't know is that she was here last night. She came for the letters of transit. Isn't that right, Ilsa?
Yes.
She tried everything to get them, and nothing worked. She tried to convince me that she was still in love with me. But that was over long ago. For your sake, she pretended it wasn't, and I let her pretend.
I understand.
Here you are.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Welcome back to the fight. This time, I know our side will win. Are you ready, Elsa?
Yes. I'm ready. Goodbye, Rick. God bless.
Better hurry or miss your plane.
I was right. You are a sentimentalist.
Stay where you are. I don't know what you're talking about.
What you just did for Laszlo. In that fairy tale you invented to send Ilsa away with him. I know a little about women, my friend. She went, but she knew you were lying.
Anyway, thanks for helping me out.
I suppose you know this isn't going to be pleasant for either of us, especially for you. I'll have to arrest you, of course.
As soon as the plane leaves,
What was the meaning of that phone call? No, is this the airport? And if the letters are good, transit are good for Lisbon?
Victor Laszlo's on that plane.
Then what are you doing standing here? Why don't you stop him?
As was your way.
I would advise you to not interfere.
get away from that phone.
Get me to the radio tower.
I was willing to shoot Captain Renault, and I'm willing to shoot you.
Hello.
Capitan.
Major Strauss has been shot. Contact the usual suspect.
Oui, mon capitaine. Allons-y. Vite, vite.
And it seems you're not only a sentimentalist, but you become a patriot as well.
Seemed like a good time to stop.
I think perhaps you're right. It might be a good idea for you to disappear from Casablanca for a while. this free French over a Brazzaville, I could be induced to arrange your passage.
My letter of transit. Well, I could use a trip. But that doesn't make any difference about our bet. You still owe me 10,000 francs.
And that 10,000 francs should pay our expenses.
Our expenses?
Uh-huh.
Louis, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.